Deciding to sell your home brings up a lot of questions, and often a bit of uncertainty about where to even begin. Before any paperwork is signed or a sign goes in the yard, there is a gap between deciding to sell and actually knowing how to get there. I'm John Harned, and bridging that gap is exactly why we hold a pre-listing consultation. This is our very first meeting, and I want you to know exactly what to expect before we even sit down together. This meeting is built around a simple agenda. It is our chance to get to know each other, walk through your physical property, and start drafting a clear, strategic roadmap that gets you to your specific goals. Walking into this process with a clear understanding of what happens next removes the guesswork. It puts you firmly in control of your home sale from day one. Before I ever step foot inside your home, I've already done my homework. I start by researching your specific property, pulling the latest tax data, and getting a clear read on the location details. With that data, I put together a comparative market analysis, or CMA. This gives us a solid, data-backed starting point for pricing. I call it a starting point because that range is flexible. It can and will shift once I actually see the interior condition of your home in person. I'll also put together the highlights of an initial marketing plan based on what is currently working in your area, and I'll prep the basic paperwork. That way, if you decide you are ready to move forward, we have everything we need to start immediately. Getting all of this groundwork done ahead of time means we don't have to spend our first meeting on basic fact-finding. We get to spend our time focusing on high-level strategy. When we do meet, the first thing I'll ask is for you to walk me through your home. You take the lead. Show me around, point out the unique features, and tell me about any updates, repairs, or modifications you've made over the years. I also want to hear exactly what drew you to the property in the first place. I want to know the little stories and the details that made you fall in love with the house. Those personal details give us a distinct advantage. They provide the exact kind of emotional detail we need to successfully market your home to the next person who is going to fall in love with it too. From there, we sit down and talk through the logistics. I'll answer any questions you have about how the selling process works, and we will pinpoint your ideal timeline and your ultimate goals for the sale. We have to establish those objectives first. It is impossible to build the right pricing and marketing strategy without knowing what you are trying to accomplish and when you need it done. Once your goals are clear, we have an honest conversation about price. This is where we combine that initial CMA market data with everything I just learned from walking through your home's physical condition. I will be entirely straight with you. If I don't believe I can get you to where you're trying to go, I will tell you. I have turned down clients before because I didn't feel I could achieve what they were hoping for. I would rather lose you as a friend today than let you down as a client later. You deserve that level of honesty up front. It is the only way we can move forward with real confidence, rather than building a plan on false expectations. Once we are on the same page with your goals and the price, we map out the schedule. We do this by building a timeline backward, starting from your target goal date. We look at the immediate prep work first. If there is any cleaning, touch-up paint, or specific repairs I suggest we tackle, we build in the time needed to get those completed. With the house prepped, we then schedule exactly when your home will be staged and lock in the date for the professional photography. Finally, we set our target go-live date for the listing, schedule out the open houses, and finalize the ongoing marketing plan for once we hit the market. Building the schedule this way ensures that every single step we take is explicitly anchored to the date that actually matters to you. If everything makes sense and we both agree we're a good fit, we'll close out the meeting by signing the paperwork to officially get started on those next steps together. My primary goal for this entire meeting is simple. I want you to walk away feeling completely comfortable. I want you to know you have a trusted professional in your corner and that we have a concrete plan to take care of you. So that is what to expect from our first meeting. Preparation before we sit down, a home walkthrough and its story, defining your goals, an honest discussion on price, and building your timeline together. In our next video, we cover exactly what happens right after you decide to move forward and the initial setup steps to get you onboarded as a client. For now, jot down any specific questions you have as you think of them. Bring them along, and we will make sure to cover every single one when we meet in person. A successful sale starts with peace of mind. I'm looking forward to sitting down, looking at the numbers, and getting you absolutely ready for what comes next. I'm John Harned with Epic Realty. I'll see you soon.